Oprah Winfrey is an American talk show host, television producer, actress, author, and philanthropist. Referred to as the queen of all media, she is best known for her talk show, The Oprah Winfrey Show. Do you have any idea about her net worth? It's around $2.9 billion, which equates to 2,000 crore rupees approximately. She makes around $1 million per day. This makes Oprah one of the most powerful and influential women on the planet. She is the richest African American of the 20th century and the greatest philanthropist in US history. Oprah Winfrey was not always given an easy life. She worked hard for all of her accomplishments. Winfrey built herself up to a one-woman media empire, but all of this started with humble beginnings. Winfrey was born on Jan 29, 1954 into poverty in rural Mississippi to a single teenage mother. After Winfrey's birth, she spent her first 6 years living with her maternal grandmother. Her grandmother was so poor that Winfrey often wore dresses made of potato sacks, for which other children made fun of her.
What do you believe is true for you? What do you believe is possible for you? Many of you have heard me share this story of growing up rural Mississippi, obviously a black girl. At the time we were called colored people, Negroes, and my grandmother was a maid. That's all she ever knew. The only real expectation she held for me was that I would one day become a maid and, in her words, have some good white folks, meaning people who would not speak negatively about me, who would allow me to take food home, who would be good to me, would treat me with some level of dignity and respect. That was my grandmother's dream for me. But I had another dream for myself, more than a dream. I had a belief for myself.
At age 7, she was sent to live with her mother. Winfrey has stated that she was molested during her childhood and early teenage years and became pregnant at 14. Her son was born prematurely and died in infancy. Later on, Winfrey was sent to live with her father, Vernon Winfrey, a barber in Tennessee. Vernon was strict but encouraging and made her education a priority. In high school, Winfrey became an honors student and stood second in National Dramatic Interpretation. She also landed up with a job in radio while still in high school. At the age of 17, Winfrey won the Miss Black Tennessee Beauty pageant. By 19, she was a co-anchor for the local evening news. She had won an oratory contest which secured her a full scholarship to Tennessee State University, a historically black institution where she studied communication.
You are responsible for your life. And if you're sitting around waiting on somebody to save you, to fix you, to even help you, you are wasting your time, because only you have the power to take responsibility to move your life forward. What matters is now, this moment, and your willingness to see this moment for what it is, accept it, forgive the past, take responsibility, and move forward.
After graduation, she went to Baltimore to become a reporter and co-anchor. She received so many rejections. She was told that she was unfit for television news. Her hair is too thick, nose is too wide, and chin is too big.
Turn your wounds into wisdom. You will be wounded many times in your life. You'll make mistakes. Some people will call them failures. But I have learned that failure is really God's way of saying, excuse me, you're moving in the wrong direction. It's just an experience. I remember being taken off the air in Baltimore, being told that I was no longer being fit for television. And it wasn't until I was demoted as a on-air anchorwoman and thrown into the talk show arena to get rid of me that I allowed my own truth to come through. And the first day I was on the air doing my first talk show back in 1978, it felt like breathing, which is what your true passion should feel like. It should be so natural to you. And so I took what had been a mistake, what had been perceived as a failure with my career as an anchorwoman in the news business, and turned it into a talk show career that's done okay for me.
After After the incident, Winfrey moved to Chicago and took over as anchor on low-rated morning talk show AM Chicago. Within months after Winfrey took over, the show went from last place in the ratings to the highest rated talk show. The program was renamed the Oprah Winfrey Show because of her hard work and ability to attract more viewers. The show grossed $125 million within 1 year.
New Jeopardy is also back, and we want you to meet the new host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Hey, Alex.
Till date, the Oprah Winfrey Show remains the highest rated daytime talk show in American television history. By the mid-1990s, Winfrey had reinvented her show with a focus on literature, self-improvement, mindfulness, and spirituality. The show was highly influential to young people. The show received 47 Daytime Emmy Awards. It remains as the greatest TV shows of all time.
I had no idea that it would take the form that it has taken. The hottest ticket in television! That I would become a person on television and that I would do all the things that I've done, because obviously when I was growing up, there was nobody like me on television.
In 1998, Winfrey created the Oprah's Angel Network, a charity that supported charitable projects and provided grants to non-profit organizations around the world. Oprah's Angel Network raised more than $80 million. Oprah became the first African American woman on Forbes' list of billionaires. In 2007, she opened an academy for poor girls in South Africa. This school, the Oprah Winfrey Leadership Academy for Girls, is located on a 52-acre campus in Africa.
Girls. I wanted to help girls who were like me, girls who really wanted it. They could see the possibility for themselves, if only. You take that girl, you put her in school, you give her an opportunity to walk through the door of higher education, and we have what has happened here with these Oleg girls.
Oprah is one of the most generous philanthropists of the 21st century. She has given over $400 million to educational causes and more than 400 scholarships. She was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2013. Oprah triumphed over everything that is enough to keep a person down: poverty, violence, assault, and many other evils. A true example of inspiration, Oprah Winfrey is one of the pioneers of women empowerment. Her actions and words never fail to impress and inspire people.